Alrighty. Okay. Today we're gonna start working on a different project. Well, start for you, continue for me. This is gonna be a baseball bat focused action game. That's something. We have a little test area here, and right now we're gonna work on the targeting system. Because we have our baseball bat, we have our baseball balls, and I want the active target to be highlighted with this thing. I started working on it. Doesn't fully work yet, but it is a start. So let's give that a try. Okay. Like that's and left buttons right. You know what we need to. Now I want the object that is center of your position there. Yep. Right now it seems to be completely ignoring that still doesn't have collision. Well, let's just remedy that. Ash. Asma. The collision. Right away. Up a little bit. Okay. We have collision. Right? Everything's fine. Okay. Oh. Why are we not like focusing on that one? I'm looking directly at that thing, but it is focusing. That's it. Like these seem to do the right thing, but that one, is it just right eye? You need to like wide down that too. That is like your. It seems to be a little too low for it. Let's see what we can do. First of all, let's our code here, and we have. Oh. We have player target set. And this thing, get close to target. I'm gonna put them side by side for only. So let's see. The target setter itself is located what up on the cone. Maybe first of all let's double check that it's not an issue with collision. Need a cube here. I'm gonna do copy and let's just disable. Exactly. Right in front of our face. Let's scale it up. there, and oranges. So let's consider that this, let's assume this covers our field of view. It is centered with our head logic, right? Yeah, it is right in the center of the camera. So let's remove. Now we just have a little box. It is a little narrower than our field of view. Doesn't seem button for what's going on there. Oh, okay, the button thing weird, but God, there's too much random crap going on. Their target setter, we do have that. Where's our target cell? Not on any of the cubes. The crosshairs here. Okay. Exploring. Don't have any output. That's cool. Like it should. Oh, okay. Because this was the trigger. It's just. Let's fix that by this before we break everything. Get 100. Sure. No. Nope. No stunning arms. Oh, it's not targeting. Why? It's the cause of that. Not 100%. So let's try and. You're standing on your arm again. Okay. Let's try and see what happens here. Let's debug. Share code. Okay, random visual. Oh. Does it have? Does it enter on enter? It does enter and trigger enter. Does continue. Slider not containing. Add it. Good. The closest target on the targets. Right. Debug. It has sliders in it, right? Yeah. There's like 2. And it even sets Crosshair as a child. But scale is 0. Scale is 1 at start, birth. When it created. So let's take a look at this. So target visuals. Target with visual. We do current target equivalent, current equals null. Cancel all the in-betweens. We move to where it's supposed to be. And if it's hidden, we scale it up. So why does it not show? Scale is set to 0. Don't want local scale. Can we just get the scale? No, because of the parent. I mean, it should be fine. So let's take a look at what the OG scale for this is. Start this. OG scale is 111. But see, technically there. Pause it right here. Why can't we not see it? Oh, because it's turned the other way around. Cool. It's just looking at the wrong thing. That's a thing to fix, mostly because I was turning it around before. Because when we're doing it in not VR, it freaks out and everything. So I don't know what was not scaling before, but works now. Okay, and you can see that it does target the correct thing. Happened before. Biggest problem is that it seems to struggle with confirming one closest center when it's just one. Okay, weird. It's turning around weird. Where are you looking? Oh, you're looking at. So I have a singleton here set up where. So it's looking at a singleton of player target setter. Where player target setter is. Player target setter is on the cube. Okay, so it's targeting this thing that looks the direction. You can see it's like turning around to the side. Facing that thing instead of facing the player. That should be a pretty easy thing to fix. So if we just look at this, we look at it. Let me open. Yep, here. So if we just get the transform, and for now we can just get the parent of it. And we're just gonna look at the parent, which is the camera. Should be good, I think. So let's see if that behaves. And now it's scaled again. Scale 1. But now it's looking in the wrong direction, right? Because that's what was the... is going. So its local scale is 0. I'll pause it. You can see that it is there, but this time it's turned around. Yeah. So, you know what? Let's, after we let's just do a very dirty thing and just let's just do rotate around, and it's going to be transform dot up as an axis and 180. Now we're doing 2 rotations per frame. Fix it later. For now I just wanted to quickly see if that helped. Should have. Um, that is I feel like a little baby, like crawling on the, putting on its own hand. It seems to be reflecting the opposite, like center, and its direction. Does it while it's on an object? So, what does even happen? Oh, okay, it's rotating around its local up. Hit next frame. Unpause. What is going on here? I am 100%. So, it is looking somewhere. So cube parent is camera. And the 180 turn that we added seems to be breaking, so. Oop. You know what? Let's just turn to the solution that was here before. I think that should have worked fine. And let's bring the parent. Well, let's bring this thing back. Instead of looking at this, we're going to look at parent dot position. Oh, I have no idea why, but the computer just up for. So what we did there is that we're not looking at the parent, like the object itself, but like something that is behind the object. Okay, so it's turned the correct way, but it is selecting an object furthest from the center rather than closest center. Actually, let's reposition them so it's easier to figure out what's going on. We're gonna add objects 4, 5. Okay, let's level them out. Just so we can make sure that the thing is correct. Okay, so it is looking at the furthest instead of the closest. So what we do to determine which object is the closest and which one is the furthest is we stare at the dot product. So dot product greater. So it shouldn't be the greatest. It should be the smallest value. So we want it to be the closest to 0. So if dot product, let's take the answer over now. So what we're gonna do is if dot product. So we wanna do math of dot apps of the dot product. If it is smaller than the closest dot product, we want to do this. Okay, and this way we should get the one that is actually closest to the center, rather than what was happening before, which was the opposite one. It was picking the one that is the furthest from the center. So I'm gonna play a puppet master here. Oh, come on. Okay, and what is happening? It is not on any of them. Why is that? Where even is this? So the crosshairs here. The Ojo scale is 1. Why is it considered hidden? We're gonna make it so the colliders are 0. Yep, no colliders. And it should be on cube 2 right now. But it is not. Why is that? What can be causing that? Let's just do a restart first. Because maybe it will just fix itself. No? Doesn't work like that? Why are you like this? Does it have to do something with the fact that I'm in debug when I start? Maybe, maybe not. Not first. Okay. Nope. It is just... That's how it would feel be in my little pocket. Being in my pocket. But yeah, we have colliders in the list here, but we're not setting the crosshair. Are there any errors? No, there are no errors. There's no warnings. Why is that? So target visuals. Let's go back to the code. We do this. Current target not equals null. We do look at. Is it possible that the current target call is not being used? Where are we calling that from? An update. The closest target isn't null. But because we start with this -2, let's look at... So closest target is a publicly accessible variable. And we got a bot. Where'd that? What do I... How do I do that? So, inner dashboard, team manager. Chat. I mean, will this work? I don't know. Oh, I can do this. Port. Bam. 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 Block this. All right. So let's look at the closest target and current target. What happens there? If they're... So they're both none. Because... Oh, okay. So I made a little fucky wacky here. I need to remove this. we're back in the code. Let's go back. So we return. Do we even do get current target? Get current target, get closest target. We do get closest target. And here. Get closest target seems to be returning null. Why? Because this is -2 by default. So we can set it to like 100. And 100 is never going to be there. It's a value between -1 and 1. The dot product of this. So, so we're using the forward of the cube rather than the camera. And to fix that, we can, let's add a reference to the camera. So what we need to do is set a just public transform. It's going to be their camera. And in here, we're going to compare it to not the transform forward, but player camera forward. And this is also going to be player camera. That should be it. Okay. Let's give it a second to recompile. And we're going to add a reference to player camera, which is just parent. But now we're trying to do it a little cleaner. Let's see. We have the reference to the camera. At this. And let's go back to puppeteering. This looks correct, right? Yeah. Let's check this out. Okay. Yeah. Well, almost. Let's get them back to the testing position. Put them in there permanently for now. Because this feels almost correct. Oh, okay. Let's put all of these boys in a row. Looks like it makes sense. Let's duplicate them to have a little grid. We can make sure that it actually works correctly. Let's punch it. Okay. Oh, it is still doing the opposite of what I want, right? Like I'm looking right in the middle and it's choosing the edges. Yep, it is. So let's try and fix that. So, I mean, the most obvious would be to flip the Boolean value. Let's see if that's correct. Is it? No. We're now selecting the biggest one, which doesn't make sense logically, but now it's not there at all. But because we're selecting the biggest one, we forgot to set this to 0 by default. I'm just constantly upwards, trying to see what's happening. Okay. Yeah, okay. Now it's selecting the one that is closest to the center. I guess the dot product is the opposite of what I thought it was. If we're not looking at anything, it just... Do we want to make it wider? Oh, I don't think so. This feels correct. Okay, so we have the little target targeting we're looking at right now. Okay, good. Nice. That's good. Oh. So what do we want next? Next thing on the agenda. Oh, first of all, we can select all these cubes and make them just a bit smaller. Okay. Next thing that I wanted to do is to make the target constant size. And I was gonna use the likes of Copilot. Yeah. So I think yeah, so let's see how good it can do this, because I'm too lazy. So I want the target to be a constant size. Where? Be there. I want to scale it up or down based on the distance to the player. Okay, get the distance, blah 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 blah. Yeah, we'll measure distance. We're still referring the parent here, but I think we already have the player camera here. So instead of referring to the transform parent position, we can refer to their camera dot position. That's better. And it almost got this right, because we want to set target scale if it's visible and not if it's hidden. So let's steal this bit and fix it. I want to do it not in set target also, but I guess we want to do it in update. Let's extract that as a function. Function. Yeah, it still thinks that is hidden is a variable that needs to be true when it's invisible. But let's extract this bit and see what it does. Of course, I'm gonna remove these. Okay, that's just like this. And it did the thing that I like to do, where I do set incomplete because lean tween sometimes freaks out. So in here, we want to do if current target is not null. Basically, current target is not going to be null, so we can just put it here. Scale target based on distance, just in here, because if the current target is null, it's going to be hidden. Actually, no. I think we should do here if not hidden, because we're never setting current target to null, because set target is not like, yeah, it will never be null, so that was a necessary bit of code there. So let's see how it will behave now, and to test that, we're gonna take a couple of these. these for them further back. And they gonna take these for them forward the player. Like now they're in a weird way. But they still should have the target looking as the same scale. This is the most annoying bit about any VR development. Having to put the headset on and off. Okay. Let's launch it in Outlook. It is consistently does look like the same. Tiny little boy. You want it to be like at least 6 times size, I guess. Let's adjust the what they call scale factor. Oh, we were dividing this by 100. Make it 10 times bigger. And this bit. And let's look at how that looks, because now it should be way bigger. And launch. Is looking at something. Correct. The scale. Main con. Let's make it a more rested test. Let's make these even closer to the player. Super close. And let's take this one like even further. I think they look. Yeah, that does look. This is look. So I don't know. What even is it looking at? So it currently in code. It is looking at target visuals, not hidden. Look at this. And it's not hidden because it's crosshair bug view. It does think that it's hidden. Why so? Why does it think that it's hidden? So is hidden we set on hide target, but on set target we never set it to full, like to is hidden false. Good, great. Me am smart. It wasn't even scaling anything. Oh, I C-bowed myself. No C-bowed? Negative technically? Yeah, I don't know. Click these and move them even closer. So they're permanently close. Okay, see how that looks. But I think the scale factor is the back there. Let's make it an accessible variable so we can just tweak it in editor. So yeah, don't do this. Just make it a variable. Don't hard code values. Public float scale factor. Okay, scale factor goes in here. Why don't we like this? Local variable might not be initialized before accessing, but I'm setting it. No. Okay. Okay, sorry. What's the bottom part of the thing called? The derivative? Derivative? Sure. Derivative. I spelled that incorrectly, but it doesn't matter. What did I break? Yeah. There. Alright. Alright. Okay. Okay. Derivative here. We're setting it to 100 as per Overlord's suggestion. So we can play with that. Okay, let's see how that behaves. Is a big. Way too big. So let's play with the value, because now it's accessible, because we're not dumb. Okay, crosshair. Whoop. That one's too big, this one's too small. Which one's just right? So we're limiting the value between 0.1 and 3. Let's actually do a different test. So let's turn ourselves around. Let's take one of the cubes and put it on. Take this cube and put it in front of us. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Okay. So we have our cube in front of us. We global. That's still back, and it's scaling up. Far. Actually, scaling down correctly. It's going up way too. Let's just play with the scaling factor. So if we make it higher, me dum what can read that time with. Let's see again. That is. We need to bring up a little something. Say this is acceptable. Now let's make it a little higher. Still way too big. Okay. Almost. Now it's a little too high. I guess 14. But okay. Oof. The target scaling is correct. So now we can do the fun bit. And hit the balls. Hitting the balls is the part. Because let's take a look at this. So we have our baseball bat, which has a mesh collider, and it is stack it with a bat. Righty. We have our prefabs all. Let's make it yellow. Now yellow. or whatever. Anything but green, let's put it like this for now. Sure. We have our ball. We have our little button that launches balls. And theoretically, if I hit the ball with enough speed... Where's that logic right now? Because I remember writing it in a state of not understanding what I was doing. So, ball behavior, I think it gets it from here. We have the bond and the launch. Linear velocity bunt. So it is currently 5. Let's do a thing where we're gonna put it in debug log. Just log. Are you gonna be smart enough? No. Let's put it here. Let's extract it as a variable. We don't access it twice here. Okay. And we're putting it in here, and let's add some descriptive text, like speed. And we're not doing anything with string builder because this is a purely debug thing. Oh, that was just darkness this entire time. Okay. So, and the headset goes back on. Sometimes I think of going just completely bold just to not deal with hair when putting on and taking off the headset. But not that convinced yet. But okay. We have our bat, which is tagged as bat. As collider, as an RP. And let's put this here. Launch. Now the biggest difficulty is going to be not to hit anything with my controllers. Okay. 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 So. All. Boop. Boop. Yeah. Okay. Seems to be, even if I'm holding it still, it still triggers them as a hit. So let's take a look at what the, it shouldn't be here, it should be in the bat, but for now it's here. So bat speed multiplier, bunt force is 1, launch force 15, bunt power velocity minute. So let's see. We have, if it's over the bunt limit, we're gonna bunt. Oh. That is probably why. The value is just flipped. Oh. Okay. That's it. Play. Again. Now, if we don't hit it with like any speed, it should. Why do you hold to I mean, it's my fault to do as well. Hit it. Boom, and it bunts. Boom, and it bunts. But if I deliberately hit it, it'll actually fly. Yay, cool. Ooh. That is kind of cool. Still not convinced that it can work just because I like want to look at the ball when I'm like selecting it. Target. Also, it feels kind of lame without any effects or anything. So add a little bit more that bunt. Slice forward a little bit more. So bunt force needs to be way higher. Let's like say 4 times. Yeah, 4 times the current thing. And when we launch it as like this, we don't want to just launch it like this. We want to add an override of speed. When we do launch, we do force velocity at launch speed, but we can add another override here with a float custom launch speed. Default to 0. And here we're gonna do it's over. Oh, come on, I just want this bit. Yeah. If we're overriding this, it doesn't matter because it's just the instance. Okay. And now the launch speed. Oh, okay, we forgot to use the thing that we added. And here in full behavior, we do launch with a custom launch speed, right? No. I feel stupid. So we're using launch speed here, but in here we want to, let's say, double it, and we're gonna use it as a need another public float player speed. Just gonna be double by default. We can put it here. I mean, we can also pass it here as a parameter, but we don't want this. Do we want to take player like speed into any consideration? No, not yet. I don't think we should now. But we'll just keep it like this for now. Let's see if it's just double. Will it look better? Can you bunt? Boom, boom, boom. Cool. But if we did it, yeah. Feels I'm doing. Yeah. I almost got my coffee. kind of build. Yeet. All right. We have simple bunting, simple launching. First of all, next thing that I want to do, like this, I want to make the bowls a little smaller. But what's the logic there on trigger enter, right? Yeah, on trigger enter, because this is a trigger, so we're gonna make the collider itself a little bigger, so we can still hit it pretty easily, but the visuals of it are smaller, so we can properly, like, easily hit it. That should feel a little better. And after that, we're gonna get into the code here. And before we launch it, I want to add like a second or two, not even a second or two, or like a couple of frames where we're gonna. So first of all, yeah, what I want to do is freeze the ball on the bat, give it a little squish, a few frames of hanging on the bat, and then flying. Actually, we should probably add like an animator to it, put it in a separate script, just so the velocity of the ball controls the visuals of it. I think that makes sense. Yeah, let's create a custom script. Let's go back to Unity and create another. I mean, it's technically like an animator script, but all the animations are controlled in code. So let's create a behavior script of all squish and spread. Create. Okay. And we're again gonna abuse our Copilot and see what it can come up with. So I want to make a script that is gonna squish and spread the ball based on its acceleration. Let's see what it suggests to it. I mean, we don't need to do this because we can just directly access the acceleration. So what does it suggest? We have the magnitude. New scale, we just take original scale. I don't like this. It doesn't seem right. You know what? I'm gonna ask its editor. GPT on standpoint. Oh, a rigid body. See what the GPT. Can we not, like, well, first of all, let's hide this. So we're gonna make a private rigid body. Is it on space? Yep. And on a week. we're gonna get that RB. So I'm just confused. RB does it not have it doesn't have acceleration. Huh, interesting. I thought that the acceleration is the like available value. But let's just try. I'm just gonna like yoink this and see what happens. Yoink. Yoink. Move this here. Make this bit. Okay. Original scale, local scale. Oh, I'm using that, but we're gonna do a private void squish and squish stretch. Squish stretch. Stitch stretch. Okay, I'm gonna just all of this. And this is gonna be underscore RB. Velocity. And let's just see what this does, because I'm genuine. So we have, where is it? Give me the ball. The ball. Add to it. Squish. What did I call it? Squish and stretch. Sure. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Let's. No idea if anything. Let's increase the stretch factors and see how that looks in a very exaggerated. So, wish 0.1 stretch this, and it's gonna take the whole like 2 seconds to get there. Nope. Yeah, down to 0.1, up to 13 something. Here. Didn't do any. Oh, it doesn't. Because we never called the function. That is how smart I am. Still gonna be greatly exaggerated. That is just. Okay. Let's bring this down to 0. Something. Wow. Okay, let's make these values a little more appropriate. 0.4, 0.25. That is very wrong. Why is it so wrong? I should have never trusted you. Hmm. Hmm. Well, let's actually think for ourselves, I guess. So, first of all, it's doing something like super weird here. What is smooth damp? Look at the definition of smooth damp. Gradually changes vector where it's identical over time. Vector is smoothed by some spring damper-like function, which will never overshoot. Okay, so let's get rid of all of this. Cause me no liking. Oh. Humans. Quick break. Here, back. Let's get back to it. So now we'll have to actually think. So acceleration is a vector 3, which is good. And now I want to take the value of that acceleration. If it's 0, we're just taking the normal. If it's negative, we want to no. Let's just start writing and then we'll think through it as we go. We're gonna take so we have our acceleration. If it's 0, we don't change anything. We basically want to take a vector 3, which is going to be target scale. It's not going to be original scale. It's going to be scale factor, which is going to be vector 3, 1. Yep. And then we're gonna, so the acceleration is gonna be positive, so I wanted to squish low. So basically the only axis that we're affecting is the one in the direction of acceleration. So we want to, we only care about what direction it is. And then we need to rotate it. It's complicated. I don't want to deal with the visuals right now. I need to think about it in a quiet mindset. Why does this look so weird? Excuse me? He has decided to put out and show me very squished visual, but yeah, let's not worry about that for now. I don't want to deal with that. So let's do what? Let's make a very simple enemy for now. We have our alien that we have from the Synthi Studios prefab, and let's open animation and animator. Oh, come on, open up. Yeah. Okay. So we have the random run from here. Actually, this is not an appropriate thing to do right now. What do we need to do? We need to, like, the most important part of this game is fall. We need to make that, want it to fall down properly. We want it to aim where it's supposed to. So, though doing something with the enemies I want to do right now, let's focus on the basics first. We have the targeting of the bunting. So first of all, let's make this ball spawner. Do some extra logic where I want there to be a few of them, just to see how it will behave in a game. And let's imagine that this is couple of attackers throwing balls at you. So instead of this spawning it with a button press, we're gonna have a second script which is gonna spawn it at a random interval, I guess. Let's do a public bool launch at random. Gonna be balls by default. And at start. Launch at random. Yeah, okay. If launch at random, start coroutine. I'm gonna create here. Launch at player at random intervals. While true, yep, that is almost correct. We need to have two more variables: public, float, min random, max random. And this needs to be disambiguated, I'm assuming. Yeah. Max. Okay. And it's going to be between 2 seconds and say 5 seconds by default. I'm going to start this launch. I'm going to start this routine from the start. Okay, and let's go back to Unity and place a couple of these. Also, for now, let's get rid of most of these, because we don't want to use yet. Oh, have a few of these randomly. Okay, a few, much random, and you here, you here. Let's say that this is like a player income. Has 3 enemies. Okay, which are gonna be shooting at our player. And I think let's just double check that it spawns correctly before I have to put on the headset. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, they are indeed shooting balls at the player randomly. Okay, let's give them a try. Of course, the airline connection is lost. Let's relaunch it. What? Launch. We have this. Let's figure and see what happens. In there still. So this little off. First of all, I don't know. That feels wrong. Can I actually wanna pick that one? So okay, there probably shouldn't be more balls flying at the player at the same time, because this feels very overwhelming already. And I'm not even trying to block them. I mean, I guess it can be like that you have to. let's pretend that I'm actively trying to hit them. This one won't. Oh, that. Okay. Block the drag. Good. Block, block. Block. Hit. Block. Hit. Block. Hit. Block. Okay, I feel like they need to travel a little bit slower at the player. Definitely need a lot of video input. Okay. Yeah, okay. I can see this happening. But if I'm moving around, I can also them. Yes, instead of just block. I don't hate this. First of all, it shouldn't fly at the player directly. It should still aim at the bat, even though sense should feel way better. It like approaches you from the side, I think. Yeah, so it shouldn't aim so you don't hit that like this. Yeah, so let's add that little bit of offset. Do not just aim at the player randomly, but also aim like a little bit to the side of the player so it's easier to hit them. Because I guess in the real baseball thingy-majig, what do you call it, game, you wouldn't hit at the player directly, it would hit a little bit to the side, so that should make more sense. Okay. Okay. So let's say, what is this, like half a meter to the player active side. So launch bullet player. We're doing it with just an offset. So let's here put a variable here of private bull is right-handed. And it's going to be true by default. So we have target position at player. Player is H for our player controller. And let's see what the H for our player controller is attached to. It's attached. This is okay. Is it rotating? Oh, cool. So it is, and the right is always on the right. We can just take that right and move it to that side by 0.5 or something. I'm not gonna hard code it because we're smart. So we're gonna have public float and side offset. It's gonna be half a meter by default. And in here, we're gonna do to target plus equals target dot right. Yep, you are very smart, but what is wrong here? Transform to target, not target. Okay, we take that position, subtract this. We don't want, no, we want to subtract it here. So we're going to create it as a var offset or hand, which is going to be this. A vector 3 of 0.5 meter to the side. And we're going to do this here. And we're going to add target position plus offset for hand. And it should be 0.5 meter to your active hand. By default, it's a righty. Then we're going to put it in some player parameters manager or something like that. Think that makes sense? Right? I don't know. I think it does. Yeah, I think it does. Let's give it a try. I forgot to press play. I can use pass-through. I keep forgetting about that. Should be going a little bit to the side of me. Yeah. So it should never like hit me. A little to the right, a little to the right. Yeah. Oop. Ow. Fuck. Yeah. Alright, let's say I'm stunning this. Boom. Another one. Boom. Give me another one. Boom. 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 Yeah. Alright. Alright. That feels a little better. Should be a little bit more than half. But like also, yeah. I mean, I think they should be going to the place where I was. No. Yeah. Okay. It also should start ignoring that after I did. Also, if it's launched by player, it should ignore that because come on. It hits at 0.5 meter from the target when we even hit it back. Not good. So let's add that check. God, we're just staring at this. Doesn't matter. Also, what are the exceptions? I'll reference. Because the target was null. Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's fix that. Let's in here. If the use offset is false, we're also not gonna do this because basically use offset only is used when I'm launching it at the player. So let's do it like this. Offset for hand equals vector 3 0. And we do this. If use offset. Okay, and let's make it a little bit more, like 0.7. I think that would make more sense. I don't know. I need to get up and try to move around human person. Okay, that's correct. Oh. Great. So let's focus on one of them. Let's disable 2 of the 3. Put this to aspect, but when I so it's always at least something there. Let's disable this one. Disable this one. 3 targets. Actually, we should be launching it back because the enemies are gonna throw the balls at us, and we want to deflect the balls back at the enemies. So let's set this to targetable. So we're gonna add targetable to here. Let's enable the collider back on. And we're gonna copy that RB. So theoretically, the enemy that is launching the projectile at us is going to be same height as the alien boy. Actually, let's just our target is going to be here. That's the pitcher, pitcher, thrower. Doesn't matter. Do we have an animation for a throw? I think we should. Have runs. And just see if there's a throw one. Throwing death. Throwing idol. Throwing knife. No, that's a model. What even are the throwing idol, idol charge, action, or enemy? Nope. Throwing spear throw. Sure, you're just gonna be doing this animation over and over. Just for now. Fuck this so we don't lose it. And your animation or instead of this, your throw. Are you doing? Yeah, okay. You're just gonna be our test. And we're gonna pretend that this is you throwing them. Okay. This. Like here. So he's throwing his head, basically. Right? Sure. Your enemy. This is going to be randomly spawning from second to 3 seconds. Save this. I think I'll have to end up to test this properly. Let's go. Well, that's it. Okay. Turn this off. Not be weird. Okay. Let's make this. Okay. And we disconnect. Play. Grab the bat. hitting it. Why is it going so? Oh, offset it. Okay. But oh, because they're target. Yeah, it's throwing an error. That is an issue. Like, I'm looking at the ball, hit it, but it doesn't have target. This will down. I want to look at what I'm hitting. Bunting is fine, but target it. Jesus. Oh. Yes, I can target. Set it like down. Hit it. Oh, this is complicated. Me brain hurty. This is very not fun. This is in the way. What do I do with this? Let's think. We want to aim at a target with our gaze, but we cannot. Come on, like this. Okay, but we cannot look at the thing that we're trying to hit because we're looking at the ball. If we store the latest target, that will what's the problem with that? If we have multiple targets, we can be looking at the one we want to hit, see the ball, throw it, but while we're looking down, like if the enemy's there and it's throwing a ball at us, then we look down and we hit it, there might have been a second enemy here that we glanced through. Do we even need aiming, or should we just throw it at the closest enemy? Yes, because we want target prioritization. We can also add an option where we have to look at something, click, and then everything is gonna go at that target. And if that's not set, it's just gonna look at the latest one. Is that a good idea? Not sure. But I don't have a better one. So let's I guess add a lock on where we look at something, click the trigger, that becomes locked, and then everything is gonna fly at that target no matter how we hit it. Okay. Okie dokie. I guess that makes sense, at least in my head. So for that, we're gonna need, first of all, player target setter, current target. We're not setting current target as the closest one. We need a private boolean of is lock on. False by default. Target visuals needs to have a public color, lock on color, default color, and It should have a public access. Should it be a private with the setter or public? Let's do public for now. Public. It's locked on. False. So now it shouldn't because we want to change the color. Let's make this a privateable. And underscore. Underscore. Do it as a rename on this one. Name. Target. And here we're gonna have a public void lock on and public void unlocked. So is it? What does the crosshair has? The crosshair has a sprite renderer. Is a sprite renderer thinking is hard. I think we just need to set it as a sprite renderer and not as a renderer, so we're going to have it as a parameter, which is going to be private sprite renderer. Sprite renderer. Get that on awake. Here. Sprite renderer color. Okay. Crosshair red by default? Did I screw that up? No, it is white. Okay. But target order is this red? White. I mean, one of them is required for sprite renderer. Main text. Edit later. Just base color. It's not good. Why? Because we're changing it in the material of the sprite renderer property. So we can change grass settings, unlit, opaque. Also don't cast shadow. So let's set this reddish. The base color is still the only thing. What did they we need? Material does not have main text or base map, but it's unlit, so we're gonna create a new parameter of texture underscore main. Here, but it's just the base color. Why does the fragment only? Precision, render. I feel kinda dumb. Why do you only have? Why don't you have a texture? Brain freeze. Why don't you have a texture? have more than this. Brutal. Right, custom lit. Okay. No. Because this does need to be a texture 2D. Right, on that. Because we don't want anything. And the base color needs to be. Oh, this be like this. Nope. I feel super dumb right now. Very basic thing, which I do not. Right. Yep. I need to multiply it by the color. Sure. I think that's it. Not complaining anymore. And the colors. Cool. Okay. So now locked on color. Green. With a little bit of old color is going to be orangey. One second. Never mind. But yeah, sure. Lock on, unlock. Lock on when we set target currently just places it over something. So we're gonna do an update for now, just because we don't have a class or anything like that. Let's see how we need to deal with that. Make this because this looks prettier. We are more input. So we have HDR global input. Right trigger button. Just act. So we need to find, is it a, this is a mono behavior. This is technically, yep. So we can Oh, player target setter. Does it have events? Right. Let's active just activated value. And right trigger. Just activated. Right trigger touch activate. On activated. Let's see. Referring to actually touching it or pressing it. It says buttons. Right trigger. Ear touch. Right trigger buttons. I want right trigger. Oh. Right trigger. Touch. Right trigger activated, right trigger deactivated. I want to spread to this one. And click to lock. We hold lock. Let's say while it's pressed, it's locked on the same target. Once we release it, we release it. Sounds reasonable? That sounds reasonable. Right trigger activated. So player target setter. Okay. Locked on true. Unlock. And I guess we want to do. We have an awake. No. Start. Frame 2 once, so it needs to initialize. Private void start. We're gonna find our controller inputs, events, import. This needs to be an instance. Trigger activated. I'm not gonna do this. We're gonna do listener. Lock on. Deactivated. Unlock. So when it's locked on, it's locked on. Lock on. It's just on target visuals, but player target setter. We are not updating current target if we're locked on. Thinking hard. Boom. Okay. So we set target. We don't set current target to target. We set it to closest target here. We don't set this here. Lock on here. We do current target equals closest target. Here we do current target equals null. here. Set target to closest target. If we're not locked on. If we are locked on, we do current target. Set target, target. We don't need to do anything here. So if we pretty much don't do anything if the current target and the if current target same as target, we return. That should be it. I think that's it. Yeah. Otherwise, we hide target. Okay. Lock on. Set the color. This makes sense. First, the Airlink connection was lost because you went into let's see what does what. No. There aren't any errors. No, there are no errors, but it also doesn't do anything. Where's the crosshair? It's here. Color it. Scale it. I use. Still something there for a sec. Something is happening. Let's make the 100%. Something is so there's no null reference. What do they mean? Oh, actually, while we're here, let's double check that the events are raised correctly. Mm-hmm. No. I don't care about any of this. Locked on. Through. Unlock. Unlock. Okay, the events are raised correctly. But something is set to null. So I guess if we don't have a target, it's throwing this error when we don't have a target. Let's see the target setter. Let's move this in instead of the other way around because we can do it while we're not wearing a hat. So closest target is cube current target is nothing. Can I clear this? We have a target. And I'm gonna pretend that I'm wearing the headset. Bah. I'm looking at it. Current. So it's setting the values correctly. Okay. Let's go through this bit by bit because I'm pretty sure it's something very obvious that I'm not noticing here. Also, we can do something smart, but that's, you know. Okay, let's think. Lock on. Is locked on set to true? Current target, closest target, and we say lock on. We call set target. We need to set. On lock on, we only change the color. We're not tweening between them. We don't do anything. We just set it. Okay. Guess that makes sense. It sets it to is hidden. Is hidden set to true on hide target. Hide target is set here. Do we enter this bit right now? Yes. So we need to do this if not locked on. Because we set it here. Is hidden as false. So now it should be. Restart it, and that actually we're not handling any exceptions right now. Oh. Which is bizarre. So let's cube crosshair. Is hidden is because we only set one target. On hide, we want to set current target. Oh. I hope it did. I mean, we probably should make that event for it. It's there. Oh. I think I know what's happening because did we mess with the draw order? and see, like if we hide the mesh render of this thing. Why is it set to current target none? Current target. So it is there. Let's keep it locked on and turn the mesh render on this on. Yeah, we messed with the lock on and pause it in. And turn on the mesh render on this. So we can see it's not drawing over everything like it was doing it before. So something got messed up here. Edit, shader. Basically the only thing that we changed was depth testing. And that disappeared because we changed it to sprite unlit from unlit. And now it's correct. Is the sprite renderer component complaining? No. I think it should be good now. Looking at it. Please. Cool. So that. Have that. Check. Get the offset to right. Boom. Lock on. Looking directly. And it's still going there. Okay. You know what we want? Those added, even though we're not looking at it. Release. The only thing it doesn't do is change colors. Which doesn't do why. That. Wait, it. Oh. Why? So the color of this set, but in here, because it's not a sprite, it doesn't do this. So if we change this to sprite unlit, and we focus, so this changes the colors properly. But then this is a sprite renderer. Can I just, you know, add and I mean, I think the sorting layer only affects the sprites themselves. Like, no matter how far you pushed it, it is never going on top of everything. Because sprite. So we need this to be an unlit sprite to depth testing. But now it like doesn't color. So I guess let's, instead of setting the color of the sprite, change the color of the material. Material instance. So instead of sprite renderer, we're gonna say be a material. Sprite renderer material. this. I mean, it is an only instance using that. But material. I think this should be, because it's the only object that's going to be using this material. So it should be fine with that. See if the thing that is the case. That is light blue for some reason. Let's set a context menu action to lock on. We can check the color change. So the color is currently white. We can do lock on green. Cool. Double check it again. Good. Boom, 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 boom. Locked. Now if it should keep it as green for now. Go locked on. Nothing. Sure. Guess this. Oh god. Your brain hurty. Too much work at the same time. So let's give the thingy a little outline. A little break from that. So I'm gonna just edit the sprite and I'm gonna add a black outline to it. Or not. I'm not gonna do that now because I don't have Photoshop installed and I don't want to deal with anything else, and I forgot to save it as an SVG. Oh no, I didn't. I do have it as VG file. Thanks. I guess. You're gonna stare at the screen while I'm adding an outline to this. Okay. Stroke. Black. Oh. Rounded. And we can. Yeah. Cool. Tape. Technoball. direction. PP, PP. There, see. Place. And this should have an outline now. Yep. Does it look wrong? Continue. Why do you look so wrong? You look fine here. Precision setting? Only textures. Oh. I don't want to change the PPU. I guess trilinear will that change? No filter. Why do you look so weird? Doesn't it? Oh, doesn't have transparency. But does it look the same way in here? Not sure. Let's check. Does it look as broken in VR? Why can I not? You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna restart it. Yep. I mean. Pretty sure there's something wrong there, but there wait. Huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's take another short thinking break, and I'll be right back. Oof. Alrighty. What are we doing? We added the lock-on feature, which is cool. So now let's do a fun activity of adding exception handling. I did. Ooh, it does it in editor. No, it just looks like it keeps constant size because it's not in play mode. But yeah. Yeah, let's go and handle some exceptions. First, ball behavior. Launch ball here. If the current target is none, so like if we don't have any target, where do we want to go? We want to launch it. Will that even be a case? I guess it's possible. Let's say like this. Let's create, just not to rework this, let's create a private transform of actually public empty target. And if we don't have a target, if target is null, target equals empty target. And then here, let's set empty target. Where do we want it to go? We want it to go just naturally where the player is looking at, or I guess we want to launch it not to the current target. So here, we want to return current target if current target is not null. We return current target. Else, we return null. Sure. No, that doesn't make any sense. We just return. So here, we want to take the bat velocity. So, okay. Let's keep it like this. And let's look here. If the target is null, we want to hit it where the ball was heading. So in here, we're gonna do some weird shit. We're gonna add another method of set empty target position. We're going to pass a vector3, which is going to be target position. And we're going to set no, not here, but in all behavior, I guess. Yeah, this code structure makes no sense. And I'm gonna struggle with it in the future. So we're gonna take the... Where do we use launch here? That speed. And we're gonna take that speed. We're gonna normalize that and move the empty target there. And we're gonna do it every time, just in case. So I'm gonna be player position. It's gonna be... We're gonna pass this as a... I think it might be useful in the future. That velocity, because we want to have that impact. And we're gonna do this. And here we're gonna pass transform plus bat velocity normalized multiplied by 10. So if there's no target, we're putting empty target dot position equals target position like this. So if there's nothing, we're setting something, and then here we're passing that speed. Magnitude. I think that's good. So like, no matter what, it's gonna have a target. And we lost the connection again. Developing part. Guess we also want to make that one. Trying to get with my hand. Oh, okay, let's reset our view to get a blur. Okay. We have like no target. Nope. What was wrong there? Empty target has not been assigned right. So crosshair. No, on target setter. Because we want to create an empty object. Empty target. Where is it? Empty target is in ball behavior. Oh. Okay. Sure, let's do a shitty game object find by name. that is like not good. That's why it should be in the bat and not in the ball. Or and if it's an empty target, we should also enable gravity for it. Because we're like not aiming at anything. So we should add some fall off. So here, if an empty target, we won't just do this. We also want to set use gravity in here. Oh no, it should also fall off. I need to thing. Yeah. That's nice. I think it should also have a collider. Just so it bounce. Oop. 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 Lock onto that. Yeah. Wait, don't walk on, but just look at it. Oh, come on. Hit it blind. Hey. Hey, yeah. Works. We lock on, it fires straight at where we hit it. Like, even if we hit it there. Look, I said even if we hit it there, it still goes at the target. If we don't lock on, it just goes where we actually hit it. So like, let's say we have a... Oh, come on. Yeah, let's give them an actual collider so they can bounce around. There's a lot of empty targets. Why are there so many empty targets? What is happening? Because it's creating a new empty target. Let's... Actually, this makes more sense. But when we also want to destroy empty target with the same thing. Okay. So it doesn't have a collision. It doesn't have a physical collision because we didn't need it yet. So let's give the ball a physical collision. I am just gonna keep it at the ball, I guess, because I'm never gonna get there. Good, because I don't wanna. So it has a trigger. Let's add another collider to it, which is the actual physical one. Yep, it's not a trigger, and it's going to be a physical material of bouncy. Well, let's see how that behaves. Should be fine. Why is it going the other direction? Is it because it's colliding with this thing? Yeah. Oh. Because, first of all, game object. Actually, I can just do a more smart thing. Kinda. On destroy. Like this. And let's add a check just in case. So now this bowls have collision, and because of that it's gonna jump in the wrong direction. Yep. Yeah, I don't like that. What should they do about it? Not sure. That's fun, even though the thing is disabled. The coroutine is still running if we turn off the script. What would be the solution? Layer? Like collision layers? I still want the bowl. I don't want the bowl to physically interact with anything that is not a player on enemy. I think. So let's add this thing. Like, let's have this physical collision, which is turned off by default. But when we hit it with physics, we're gonna turn it on. So let's add a thing here. Be private, void, enable collision, and gravity. Why is it? We're gonna remove this. We're gonna add another object here. Not object parameter. So it's gonna be a collider, which is gonna be physics collider. And we're gonna do this physics collider. Enabled equals true. We're gonna do this. We're gonna call this function here and here. Okay. Now it should be good, I think. Let's go back to Unity. Now I'm gonna do this. Do this. This. I'm gonna start this. And it's technically gonna do no, we didn't set the parameter, but it's a prefab, so we can do it on runtime. This. And in bold behavior. Slider. And we can clear this. And we can take the bat and put it in the way. Yeah. I just had it where it's supposed to be. All to the left. So it's bunting off. And it's jumping. That's cool. I guess it needs to be a little bit less bouncy, so let's create a folder with physics material. And let's create physics material. Where's it? Physics, no, not a GUI skin. Physics material. Actually, should it be on the ball or should it be on the ground itself? I think it should be on the ground. So let's say medium. Yes. So on the ball itself, medium bounciness is going to be 0.3. So we're going to take this material and say that this is medium bouncy. But on the ball itself, we're gonna set it to none. Let's. Oh. Oh. What I wanted to do, I wanted this to none. A little lower. So it just bounces like that is still too low. $33.7. Yeah. Yep, that looks appropriate. Cool. Oh. We have that. Lock on. Logic on the deflection. I don't know. Let's do some fun thing. Let's create a particle system that is going to be playing on impact. Let me find. That's a particle system. Because I have some particles purchased. Oh. Particle. Particle. This one. What? It's this one. Okay. Copy it into our project. I think the materials are non-URP. Is there a thing for that? No, I don't think so. Well, let's just do a thing. Doop 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 and edit rendering vert. Should be good. Well, anyway. So, particles. And stare at them and pick the one that works for us. I don't think it's going to be visible like this, no. Cartoony cannon shot. Nope, that's too much. Cartoony jump. Yes. No. Fire. No. I want... Oh. Low spot. Smoke. Flash? No. No ejection. No. Beam. That can actually be pretty cool, I think. Add it to the ball itself. If it's like going fast. But I think the one that we need is the jump. That would work, and we can adjust that one. Jump, 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 jump. What was it? Cartoony jump. Yeah, let's work with this one. And we're gonna rename it to All Impact. We're gonna... Nope, we're gonna create it as a prefab here. Open the ball. Drop this in here. I said drop this in here. Unpack. And we don't need it anymore. And set this to 0, 0, 0. So let's see. We don't want to play in a wake. Let's change the shape to here. Let's decrease the radius. That is a little bit too big for us, and I also don't want them to be gray. So, what is the material here? Default particle. Okay. I guess there's a color over lifetime. That is just the transparency. Are they white or no? Default particle. Default particle. Nope. No masking, no color. Dark color. It's just pure white. Anyway, start size. Let's decrease it. 0.1, 0.2. The lifetime needs to be way shorter. 2, 3. Or maybe not. I guess their velocity needs to be... So there's size over lifetime, okay. And lower this and this. Gradual restart. Let's lower the velocity. Rotation. The amount of them is fine. We just want to change part size. So from 2, 3, to 5. And I want it to be world space, simulator world space. Yep. 8. Oof, 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 oof. So let's decrease the time just a little bit. Start. Start lifetime or 0.5 to 0.7. So let's say 0.4 to 0.5. Okay. Is color of a lifetime there? Is there like any? It's just white. Why is it so like dirty? It just looks, does it like look like that? Uh-huh. Okay, so let's change this to be less transparent, I guess. Oh, because it's black. No, it's just the alpha. Let's make it more visible. Why does it look dirty? Why does it look dirty? Default particle. I guess I want it to be unlit. Kinda. For buff, it's okay. So if I make them unlit, they're just gonna be blobs. Also, feel like these lifetime still shorter. Let's say 2 to 3.5. Okay. Why do they look dirty? Because why do they look dirty? Let's just drag this thing out here and apply the deep particle material to it. So it looks dirty like this, but all dark. And this, and see which one would make sense. So this makes it look gray, and I don't like that. Guess this would make sense, but the transparency might freak out. Polygon particle affects hexagon. Hexagon. Oof. Yeah, that looks fine. Let's apply the overrides. Hide the ball. And in ball logic, we're gonna do, so on hit, let's add the particle system. Hit effect, yep. play that on launch. Get back to play. Good. Yep. Black screen. Particle system. All impact. And it should already be a little better. Let's see if it actually is. Okay. Oh. Locked. I locked the bat. I locked the bat. I need to unlock the bat. Let's grab the bat. Okay, come on. Sing it. Needs to half this. Threshold. One should probably. Look like the particles. Yeah, they need half the size. Lifetime 15, 25, and their size. This 2.4. Yep. So it's like this. Let's check how that looks. That looks good. Ow! Fuck! Huh. Where are you? Yeah. Cool. Works. And I just did somewhere. Yeah. Need some kind of a trail renderer, especially when we back. And we need to change physics, collision detection, logic thingamajig onto that. So it behaves more. So like it detects more collisions. I don't know. Let's do something. Actually, I think I'm kind of getting done for today. This was nice. I did the targeting system. I did the impact, hunting and launching, fixed the aiming bit. Yeah, this was good. This was productive. I think I'm happy with myself and with where we got today. So, I think this is going to be it for tonight. Bye-bye.